Well, hey there, fight fans, and welcome back to the Speed Bag. Today, a little segment I like to call It's Not Your Fault, but It's Also Not Your Turn. Now, this one, as much as I hate to do it, goes out to Ronaldo Souza, or as many of you know him, Jacare. Now, look, I'm as big a fan of jiu-jitsu fighters and MMA as anyone. You can't see it right now, but I have two jiu-jitsu gis sitting off camera over there, and they both smell terrible. At the same time, after his submission win over Chris Camozzi at UFC on Fox 15, Jacare said he thinks he deserves to be the #1 contender in the UFC middleweight division, and I'm sorry, I cannot agree with that. And it's no fault of his. He's done everything you could have asked of him. He's on a 5-fight winning streak in the UFC, an 8-fight winning streak overall. He's looked like a steadily improving fighter over the last few years. Still, Chris Camozzi was without a job in the UFC until they absolutely needed someone to fill in for the injured Yoel Romero here. Then they called him back up, and Jacare goes out there and beats him, just like he beat him the first time. In fact, 64 seconds faster than the first time, which is an improvement. But to say that that vaults you into a UFC title shot, it's a little like saying that you deserve to be MVP because you hit a home run off the pitcher who they called up from the minors after all the other pitchers got pink eye. It just doesn't work that way, especially not when we can look in the main event and see Luke Rockhold absolutely smashing a former champion in Lyoto Machida and looking great in the process. I know it's kind of a toss-up between Rockhold and Souza at this point, but if you wanted a potential tiebreaker, you could just look back to 2011 when they faced off and Rockhold won a close but unanimous judge's decision. I'm sorry, Jacare. It's not your fault. It's also not your turn.